see who some of the name of the players. Was Michael Brantley around? Who's around? Who you hit with?
So like Key Brian Hayes works out there. A bunch of like just a good group of pro guys.
You young guys.
Yeah,
you young
a lot
studs.
of younger guys. Josh Reddick peeks in every now and again.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Where's the food spots too? Do you have a favorite here in Houston?
My favorite food spot's Bella Green. Just
Okay.
I had it last night.
Yeah.
You did, huh?
Bella Green.
That's my go-to around here.
Because it's kind of clean on the cleaner side, but like I can talk Bella Green for an hour, but I like it. I like it. Very nice.
Right. Okay. That sounds like it's a veggie place or something like that. You're talking about clean.
Yeah, it's clean. It's healthy.
Yeah, I figured you guys got that little lingo going. All right, okay. I want some barbecue or something. But no, we're good. We're good. So let's talk about you, man. I'm so excited and thrilled about your career and where you're at and where you've been. It was funny, we talked to Jake Meyer earlier, and he was telling us how you guys play travel ball. I want to hear your part of that. You guys played a little fall ball together?
Yeah, growing up in Nebraska, right? Like not a ton of baseball going on. I mean, it's good baseball, but it's not huge like, Texas, Florida, whatever. So, we played on a couple of the same fall ball teams growing up, a couple of the same travel teams, and just kind of knew each other growing up in the same area.
The one thing he said is that guy could always hit. I guess you're a couple of years younger than him, and he said the minute he saw you, you could flat out hit. So when did you know you could hit? Was it that early?
I mean, I always felt like I could hit, right? You didn't really know how good or bad you are at anything at that age, I guess. But, I always knew I could hit a little bit, but there was definitely some other things I needed to work on growing up. And, going through college, going through the Cape and stuff, I kind of got a pretty good idea that I could, make something out of this, yeah.
When did you, were you always a tall kid, when you were younger, or did you hit a growth spurt and all of a sudden took off? So I'm wondering, the reason behind that question is the coordination. As you grow and you get to your height, there had to be a period where you had to figure out, okay, how do I get my long levers to that ball? Did you go through any of that?
Yeah, a little bit. So, I guess I kind of just always was steadily growing. I didn't, shoot up necessarily, but I was, my high school ID, my first driver's license is, 5'10", 160. And
holy smokes.
Just kind of steadily kept growing, and I'm about 6'5" now. So.
Yeah, that's a big jump, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, let's go over some of your teammates, too, and how excited they are to be here, like Bryce, like Schwarber, who's been here before. What are some of the guys saying leading up to what's going to be, obviously, an epic World Series, and you had your workout earlier today?
Yeah, Schwarb's just told us at the end of our meeting, just everybody make sure you take a moment and, take it in before it starts, because it's very cool, and not a lot of people get to do this.
Have you been able to do that? What does that mean? Do you go to a certain part of the ballpark and just kind of look around and pause for a second?
Well, there's got to be people in the stands first. I think that's what he's talking about.
No, but Kyle Schwarber, so I remember, and I covered some of those Cubs teams in the postseason years back, he would be one of those guys that hours before the game, he would sit in one of the seats sometimes and just kind of hang out for, 20, 30 minutes before he gets into whatever his routine was for the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever it really means to you. For me, it's probably, on the line right before the game, during the anthem or whatever, just kind of looking around. And that's kind of, for me, throughout the playoffs is when the adrenaline and everything kind of starts hitting you, and it's just kind of breathtaking,
There's also an extra jolt, and hey, it's going to be packed and loud here, but I was with this team during the division series, and they show up coming off the wild card series where it was just in St. Louis, of course, and they come home, and many of the guys, including Alec, talking to me like, whoa. I mean, the expectations in terms of what the crowd brought, were they exceeded for you?
Absolutely. That's honestly, throughout the whole playoffs, it's the loudest I've heard back home in Philly. So, we're definitely excited to get back there, but we got some business to take care of here first.
So we're not here today with the Phillies in the World Series if you don't get your work in at third base and play the defense you've really grown into. What were some of the things that you guys went through, routines and different things like that, and when did you really feel like starting to get this? It takes all of us as we grow through this whole process to get there. Are you feeling pretty good now, looks like?
Yeah, so for me, it started with Bobby in spring training. The drop step stuff with the mask and hitting the ball with my face and just really just getting comfortable being low to the ground, getting my face behind the ball and all of that, and just, you know, separating.
Back up. The mask, the drop step, hitting the mask. What happened?
He's tossing tennis balls off my face, and I got a mask on,
and you're getting used to getting hit.
Catching them in
so
the
it's
face.
making you get down?
Getting behind the ball, yeah.
And to get back here so you're seeing the ball.
Because so many times, you know, you get a ball and you're just like, don't respect it, and then you miss it.
Right. So he's forcing you to get your head in there and get behind the ball. Just for the young viewers out there. I know what you're saying, but
that's
a lot
a demo,
of
I think, at some point for you back in Studio 42. No? You got to show everyone what
it's
it's
really
about.
good. I love that. I may have to do that.
Hey,
good stuff.
Alec, great to see you. Let's finish with this. Any reach outs like from certain friends or other big league ball players heading into this? Any texts or anything cool that you've received now in these last few days?
A ton of people have reached out to me. Just, you know, what I've noticed is just from every stage of my life, growing up all the way up until now, you know, people that I've come across and had a relationship with have all kind of reached out. So I'm just, you know, really thankful for all of them.
Hey,
respond to everybody, by the way?
I've tried to. I haven't yet. I'm still getting back to people, but I'm going to try to get back to everybody.
He's going to try to get back to y'all, but I'll tell you one thing. I do have to give him a shout out. Came to the draft in Secaucus, one of the young guys. There's only a few guys that came to the draft that year, and he was one of them, and he's one of my guys. You come to the draft, you're one of my guys.
Right.
I just love this guy.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
keep going, buddy.
Look at it now. Yeah. Hey.
Appreciate you.
Awesome. Great to see you. Good luck. We'll see you tomorrow, all right? Cheers. Thank you, Alec. All right. Much more to go here. Media Day. Yeah, that's really cool.
He came to the draft, and, you know, he just fresh out of Wichita State. Not many people knew who he was. He was quiet. You see he's got a nice, quiet demeanor. Man, he can play some ball.
Oh, he can hit.
He can play.
Yeah. Hey, much more to go on Media Day, of course. Ryan Presley, who has just been dynamite out of the bullpen.
Putting a mask over his face, man.
We're going to do that drill in the next 3 minutes, but when we swing back, you'll hear from Ryan Presley chatting with Lauren Gardner.